Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow with Monica. I'm Monica, and today we're gonna go through 5 or 6 balancing poses. Perfect for beginners, so really anyone can do that. And we're gonna start in actually standing position. We're gonna go through 2 sun salutations each just to warm up our body. And as well, between the balancing poses, we're actually gonna break our resting will be sun salutation. Just come onto the mat, at the top of the mat in standing position. Excellent. Come into standing position, relax your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and exhale, one more. And then we're gonna raise the arms up. With an exhale, we're gonna slowly start bending forward and down, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back and spine. Exhale, release both palms to the ground and take big step with one leg, follow with another. For the first one, we're gonna release the knees down. And we slowly start bending into the elbows and releasing down all the way to the mat. And tuck the toes. Inhale, come into mini cobra, engage the legs, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower it down, tuck the toes, push yourself away from the mat, and come into downward dog. Inhale and exhale here. One more. You can keep the knees bent, fingers are spreading wide. And then we're gonna look to the front of the mat and walk or step both legs in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, start raising the arms up and over. Exhale, Namaste. We're gonna do one more, so when you're ready, inhale, raise the arms towards the ceiling or sky. Exhale, start bending your knees and slowly releasing down your belly towards the thighs and head towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Your palms can go over the shins or maybe even higher. Exhale, slowly release it down and take one step, then another to the back of the mat. Your choice, you can release your knees or not. And then we slowly start releasing down all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhale. And lift a little bit higher, but make sure that the elbows next to your body and shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, slowly release it down, tuck your toes, push yourself away from the mat and come into downward dog. You can still keep your knees bent. Inhale and exhale. One more. And we're gonna look to the front of the mat and walk or step both feet in between. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly releasing down. Inhale, raise up, arms up and over, and release it down in front of the heart. Inhale and exhale, relax the shoulders. I'm gonna turn to you. So we're gonna start with 3 poses, Vrikshasana. Most likely you know already or you've seen this pose. So we slowly start bringing our weight into the left leg. Very important thing in all standing balancing poses, then once you bring the weight into one side, that you don't let that hip just release it to the side. So the leg is active as if we were standing on both legs. Okay, so always keep in mind that. Excellent. So what we're gonna do now, transfer the weight into the left and start bringing kind of bending your right knee, and you have 3 points. You can stay here, kind of opening the knee to the right, having the big toe on the mat. You can bring the leg over over your calf, or if it feels really comfortable in this position, you can try and bring all the way into your groin. We never bring the leg over the knee. And we're gonna come into 3 pose. So choose your position. Find that spot, non-moving spot. This will help you with the balance. Relax the shoulders, bring the palms together in front of the heart, and breathe here. 2 more breaths. We're trying to open that knee towards the right side. One more. And then the same way we came, very slowly start releasing that leg down. And we can shake the legs a little bit just to wake them up. Excellent. We're gonna change it. Moving that weight into the right. Again, checking that that hip is not kind of pulling out. It's kind of engaged. And then repeat. So as I mentioned, you can have this. It's totally fine to have, your big toe on the floor. We can have the foot over the calf. Or if you had it all the way up, do the same. So always repeat on both sides the same position, okay? Inhale and exhale. 2 more. 1 more. And then slowly release it down. Shake the legs. Come back to the top of the mat if you're not there. We're gonna go through sun salutation A. Inhale, raise the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly start bending into the knees and releasing the palms to the ground, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the palms to the ground and walk your legs to the back of the mat. Then slowly start bending into the elbows with the knees down or not. Release your body to the ground. Untuck the toes. Inhale, maybe come a little bit higher, but always make sure that you have your long neck and shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, slowly release it down. Tuck the toes. Push yourself away from the mat and up. Coming into downward dog. Inhale and exhale here. Check in with your palms. Make sure that you're growing through that tailbone towards the ceiling or the sky. One more breath here. You can keep your knees bent. Look to the front of the mat and walk or step in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly come into forward fold. And then with an inhale and straight back, we're gonna come into standing. And release the palms in front of the heart and relax. Second pose. Second pose, feel a little bit similar, but I would suggest you, if you have blocks, or if you don't have, it's not a problem either, but you could have blocks just in front of you. What we're gonna do now, again, we're gonna transfer the weight into the left leg. We're gonna lift the right knee up, flex the toes towards your knee, and then bring the ankle just above the left knee, okay? So we're opening that right knee again towards the right, so you should feel some nice stretch in the inner thigh. Bring the palms together in the same prayer position, and you can stay here, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can start bending into that knee and bringing the forearms towards your leg, towards your right leg. You can stay here, or if you feel that you feel quite wobbly and maybe you just want to stretch out a little bit more the glutes, you can release your palms to the blocks or your fingertips to the floor. Or as I mentioned, you can just stay here. Inhale and exhale. One more, shoulders relaxed. And then slowly start coming up and release the legs. Relax. As I mentioned, it's always nice to shake a little bit. And we're gonna repeat the same on another side. So choose the same option you had it on another side, okay? So first, lift that leg, flex the toe, so we protect all the tendons and ligaments. And then bring that left ankle over just above the right knee, okay? Then observe how it feels. If that's enough, stay here with the straight spine and that right leg engaged. Or you can slowly start bending into the right knee and coming down. I'm a bit wobbly on this one, but it's okay. Balance, it's kind of tricky. You can practice quite a lot, but there is still days where you just don't feel comfortable in the balancing position. So always be kind to yourself. And as I mentioned, you can release the palms to the ground or to the blocks. One more breath where you are. Make sure you keep flexing those toes. And then very slowly come up, release the leg, shake it. And then I come back to the front of the mat. Maybe you are at the front of the mat. We gonna go through sun salutation again. Inhale, raise the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, start bending into the knees, releasing the belly towards the thighs, relaxing the palms to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly release the palms down again. And take 2 big steps to the back of the mat. Your choice. You can release the knees or not. And then slowly bend into the elbows. Elbows grazing your ribs. Releasing down and tucking the toes. Bringing the shoulder blades backwards and down. And then lift up. Maybe a bit higher. But if you feel a bit of, too much of the contractions in your lumbar, lower spine, don't go as high. Slowly release it down. Tuck the toes, peel yourself away from the mat, and lift the hip bones towards the ceiling or the sky. Inhale and exhale here. One more. Try to keep growing tall through that spine. Then look to the front of the mat and walk or step your feet in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly release it down. Inhale, raise the arms up and over the head, palms together, releasing down in the prayer position in front of your heart. Gonna turn to you again. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna go through another standing position, which is called eagle pose, eagle arms, eagle legs. Maybe you heard it. It's a little bit more advanced. So again, modify if it feels better for you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bend into the left knee, and then we're gonna cross the right leg over. You can perfectly stay there, or if you want, you bend a little bit deeper and actually hook that right toes across the left ankle and stay here. Observe how it feels. If it feels okay, you can actually open the arms wide and then start bringing the elbows into each other, left elbow above the right, and then bend the elbows once, and then you can cross it twice if you wish. And just stay here for 2 breaths. Keep smiling, relax your shoulders. One more breath. And then slowly start releasing down. Again, you can shake the legs if you want. I'm in quite busy park, sorry. Inhale and exhale. And we're gonna repeat the same on another side. So again, shifting that weight into the right, crossing the left leg over. Maybe that's enough for today. If you want a little bit more, bend it and cross it second time. Then open your arms wide once you find the balance. Start bringing the elbows into each other, this time the right elbow above. Bend the elbows and you can stay here or cross it second time. Relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing everything into each other. One more breath. And then very slowly release it down, everything. Come into standing position. Inhale and exhale. You can shake the legs if you wish. And we're gonna go through sun salutation. Inhale, raise the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, bending into the knees, releasing the palms to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, torso and neck parallel to the floor. Exhale, release the palms down. 2 big steps to the back of the mat. Release the knees down or not, your option. And slowly start bending into the elbows. Going down and tucking the toes. Then inhaling, lifting your torso up as high as it feels comfortable to you. Exhale, lower it down, tuck the toes, push yourself away from the mat and lift your hips towards the ceiling. Downward dog. One more breath here. Spreading the fingers wide, lifting that tailbone towards the ceiling. And then look to the front and walk or step in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, raise the arms up and over. Bring the palms together. Release it in front of the heart. Gonna turn to you again. Observe how you feel. Inhale and exhale. I have one more pose before going to the tiptoe pose, which I really like. It's a very funny pose. So before going to that, we're gonna lift the knee up and we're gonna interlace the palms just kind of to keep the knee in front of us. And you're gonna stay here. Inhale and exhale. If someone is quite advanced, you can always look for the toe with your peace fingers and open the toes in front. But since I mentioned today it's more like for beginners, I just would keep the, just hold the knee. Stay here. Inhale and exhale. One more. Check in with that hip that's not coming out. What we're gonna do now, very slowly, we start opening that right knee. So grab with the right palm and start opening to the right side. Gonna stay here. Keep breathing. You can keep your arm over the hip or maybe open. That will help you a little bit more with balance. Keep smiling to yourself. If you fall down, it's not an issue. Slowly come back in. And then slowly come back to the middle and release that knee. Shake the legs. Inhale and exhale. Concentrate within you again and lift the left leg, making sure that right hip is not pulling out. Lift the left leg and we're gonna stay here. Inhale and exhale. So this is like a kind of modified the fingers to toe pose, as I mentioned before. This is the full pose and here is the modification, but it's totally fine to stay just here and work on that balance. When you're ready, grab the left knee with your left palm and then start opening to the left side. Again, check in that right leg is strong, grounding into the floor. You can open the arm, that will help you to balance it out, both sides. One more breath here. And then slowly come back to the middle and release it down. Shake the legs. I'm gonna come back to the front of the mat, last sun salutation. Inhale, raise the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend into the knees. Release it down, palms to the mat. Inhale, lift your torso halfway. Exhale, release both palms to the mat. Step both legs to the back of the mat. Releasing the knees down or not. Start slowly going towards the mat with your body and tuck the toes. Inhale, lift a little bit in cobra. Shoulders away from the ears, that's always very important. You're opening that neck. Exhale, release it down. Tuck the toes and push yourself up. But we're not gonna go into downward dog this time. We're actually gonna come on tiptoe position. It's called Prapadasana. It's a funny Sanskrit name. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lift ourselves on our tiptoes. Hopefully you can see me. So we're gonna come on our tiptoes and then slowly start coming up and trying to balance it out with the straight spine just above your hips. And then maybe bring the palms in front of you. If it's hard, you can just play around, maybe lifting one arm, another. We're gonna come to front. So you're kind of balancing this, your knees balance out your spine. Abdominals engaged, that will help you with the balance. Gonna stay here, palms together in front, or maybe you're just working around. So just kind of playing around with balance. Don't worry if it doesn't happen for the first time, everything comes with practice. So just stay where you are. 2 more breaths, even if the palms even if the fingers touching the ground is totally fine. Start wiggling. So very important to focus on that one spot that will help you to find the balance within you. And then slowly release it down. Come into seated position. Come into seated position, cross-leg position. Sukhasana. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Couple deep inhales and exhales here. You're slowly winding down. You might feel quite a few sensations in your legs. If you wish to lay down in Shavasana, you can pause the video and do that. If you're in a hurry, we're just going to seal the practice together. So just bring the palms together in front of the heart, and we're going to say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. So as I mentioned, it was just introduction to a couple of a little bit more beginner standing balancing poses. They are quite heavy on the legs, and it takes some time as well, not only balance but the strength, finding the right strength balance kind of mixture to feel comfortable in these poses. But don't be kind to yourself, and just enjoy the movement, and if you fall down, just laugh and come back up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe or like the video if you liked it. If you have any comments or requests, just drop it below the video, and I will see you soon. Bye!